Hey, what's going on? John Shea here from the No Shame Income blog. Thanks for checking out my channel, and if you're new here, this channel is all about brutally honest entrepreneurship. I am a very honest person, and I'm here to tell you how it is and tell you about my successes and failures along my journey with entrepreneurship. So if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be releasing a lot of new content. In today's video, what I'm going to be talking about is my journey from being a gamer going into and kind of transitioning into entrepreneurship. So let's dive right in. In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I like to call kind of a personality clause I came up with. I call this the John versus Tom kind of motto. And what I decided to do is pull up this website. I actually built this. You can see here, I'm over here now on johnversustom.com. You can go check this out. I had this little kind of graphic made, and more or less what I realized was, back in 2014, I was working this day job, and I had this fellow coworker that he actually was kind of like the, sort of stereotypical, just very, very generic kind of dude that graduated from college, went and got a job, and was kind of living life the way that society really brought him up to do. Everything that he was doing seemed normal, right? He went to school, got good grades, went to college, got all, passed college, got everything done, then went out and found a job, and he was in that job for about 6 years, and he wasn't making a lot of money. I think he was maybe making like between 15 and 20 an hour. Nothing like insane in terms of what he was doing. He probably, I believe, had like a 4-year degree, pretty standard, and he just hated his job. He was constantly complaining, he was depressed, and this is something that I've found is very typical. People that are friends of mine, people that I come across and meet, very, very typical that everybody has kind of gone along this path of doing all the things that they wanted to do, or that they were told to do, and they end up in this position where they're just unhappy with life. And what I particularly found with this guy, I'm going to call him Tom. This is not his real name, but I decided to call him Tom just to kind of for anonymous reasons. So we'll call him Tom. And what we really found with Tom was that, what I found speaking with him as a fellow coworker at the time was that we both had a common interest of video games. We both loved gaming. When new game releases were coming out, we'd get excited about them. That was like the big thing that we could really both connect on. And for me, growing up, I had always been a huge gamer. I loved, when all the new releases came out, all the consoles. I was like the guy that got Sega Genesis. I got the original Nintendo. I got Super Nintendo. I got the Nintendo 64 when it came out. All of those consoles, and I was always that kid who would go and buy the games on release day. I would be really excited about them. I would have my friends over all the time. And this really, for me, continued as I grew older. I would go to LAN parties. I would play board games with my friends. I decided to kind of really go more towards like the nerdy group of guys versus more of like the preppy guys. I remember growing up, I had kids on my street that, they were like the more popular kids. And I ended up gravitating more towards the kids that were more into video games and just hanging out and doing stuff like that. And that to me was fine. I enjoyed that. I loved it. It was like a big part of my life. And now that I'm 33, I actually still continue to play a lot of games in my free time. That's like one of my favorite pastimes as a form of entertainment, is to hang out with friends and either play board games or get together, do like a small little LAN party, have our laptops, play computer games with friends over the internet. That's been a huge part of my life, and it's something I enjoy. I don't necessarily let it, sort of take over as much as it may have when I was younger, in my late teens, early 20s. And what I really realized, kind of coming back here to this guy, Tom, was that we both had this common interest, but Tom hated everything else about his life. If we were to talk and have conversations about the latest and greatest game coming out, we could go and do that, and it'd be like this awesome conversation. He's excited. But then when it came to everything else in his life, he was just disappointed. He was depressed. This guy was like eating out fast food every day. He was just, really someone that I feel like had tried to do all the things that were sort of normal in a sense and just kind of living life normally. But in reality, he was very unhappy. And I think there's a lot of people out there that are just like that. So for me, what I realized around this same period of time was I had started exploring opportunities on the internet to go out there and try to make some extra money. Initially, this was something where I just thought, hey, if I could make money on the internet, that's cool, right? And it became so much more over time. It became, how do I turn this into a business? How do I go out there and start working with people and be able to scale my income, not have to worry about a boss, and have more freedom to do the things that I want to do? So I actually built out this little website, and I'm going to kind of bring you through a story. I'm going to talk about some of my gaming experiences. I even shared that funny Nintendo 64 video. And really what this site is all about is I'm going to bring you through kind of my story of how I was a big gamer, and I'm going to introduce you to an opportunity I talk about where I started going out and helping business owners with their marketing. This is what I found to be one of the biggest opportunities out there right now, is that there are so many businesses that need help with social media, running paid advertising, helping these businesses show up higher on Google search engines so that they can get more phone calls and more business. This was something that, to me, it made so much sense for me to be able to go out there and charge a business owner anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 a month, and actually be able to just work with even a select few number of clients. If I didn't want to build this into a huge company, I didn't have to. All I needed to do was go out and find 4 or 5 really solid clients that I could work with long term, and that would allow me to have more freedom to do the things I love, being video games being one of them, and having the ability to do other things that I want to do really any time I want. So what I really wanted you guys to do in this video is go check out johnversetom.com. Read through this. It's a 12-part kind of series, almost like reading a short book. You'll go through this, and at the end of this entire series, I'm going to invite you to jump on my email list, where I'm actually going to send you even more awesome free content. And once you've gone through that, this will really give you the opportunity, if you're someone that, like me, is really into video games, or just in general, maybe you came across this video and maybe you're not into video games, and you just want to go out there and start building your own business and have more freedom to do the things that you want to do and start living life more of a purpose, and just not being held back by someone that's going to really hold you back, a boss that isn't giving you a raise, or not having the bigger opportunity to scale your income in a bigger way than just going and working a salary job or an hourly job, where you're not really going to see a lot of opportunity for potentially even years. So again, head over to johnversetom.com. Once you get to the end of the series, if this resonates with you, I really only want people that are interested in this business model. Sign up on my email list. I'm going to send you some free awesome stuff. And again, I think you guys are going to find that this is a huge opportunity. There are literally thousands and thousands of businesses that need help with marketing. And now is the time, in 2018 and beyond, to go out there and take advantage of this. If you guys like this video, you're looking for more videos, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll be putting out more videos each and every week. Thanks for watching.